Good afternoon, folks. Dad here with Elevation Diecast Racing. This is going to be Hot Wheels versus Matchbox number 9. Track temperature of 63 degrees. And we are about to roll through and see if Matchbox can overtake Hot Wheels in this 9th series, race in the series. Hot Wheels versus Matchbox. First up, staged and ready. In lane number 1 is the Chevy Nova, faster than ever, driven by Joe Clayton, Dog Squab Racing, Bathurst Diecast, and Mountain Pirate. He'll be taking on the 70 Challenger representing Team Matchbox with the super fast wheels. Let's see who gets down the lane first. If you're gapped, it'll be a one and done victory. 2-1-1. Gets that Nova to the next round. In a series where Hot Wheels usually is very dominant, Hot Wheels taking the first race. Next up is the AMG in lane number 1. I think is the fan favorite. Driven by Cut Rocker Diecast Racing, NZ Racing, Chase Family Racing, Scale Racing Channel, Redline Salvage Inc., and Numbskull Racing. And in the Fire Eater, I guess Isaiah's race team will drive the Fire Eater truck. Let's see who gets down the lane first. Whoo, that was cabbage. 2087. One and done victory for Matchbox. All right, next up in lane number 1, representing Team Matchbox, it's the Ford Mondeo. And for driving for Hot Wheels in the Solaire CX4, driven by Zelda Diecast Racing and JC Hayes. Ooh, I saw gappage there. 2-1-0-9 takes the Solaire to the next round. All right, up next, staged and ready in lane number 1, is the 50th anniversary Zamac edition of the F-150 from 2009. Driven by DXP Diecast Racing, Cowboy Diecast Racing, Dad's Race Team, and Aramis Rodriguez. Taking on for Team Matchbox is the pink Dodge Challenger, driven by Sean Wampler and Bavarian Diecast Racing. Ooh, man. 2087 by the truck. Let's go. Pretty sure that was a gap, but we're going to make sure. Oh, yeah, that was closer than I thought. So 2107, 2089, F-150, moving on. All right, next up is an exotics battle. In lane number 1 for Team Matchbox, it's the Ferrari F50. And in lane number 2, the Bugatti, first edition's Bugatti, driven by Rez Wheels. Let's see who takes this one. Ooh, wow, 2115 to 35. We'll switch them up. 2115, the time to beat. I was expecting more out of this Bugatti, that's for sure. Kept up a little better this time, but the F50 moving on. All right, next up, representing Team Matchbox is another F Ferrari. Looks like a Ferrari 436. Can't tell. Nobody driving it though, and in the other lane we have this Flying Customs. Looks like a Gold Hot Ones edition of the Mach 1 Mustang, driven by Helium Gas and Your Nightmare Racing. Ooh, yeah, 2094. A gap, one and done. Hot Wheels with another win. All right, next up in lane number 1. It's going to be the Biohazard Series Rescue Ranger, driven by TNT Thurston and Eamon's Crazy Channel. And in lane number 2, this is the fan favorite here, the super fast Nissan Turbo 280, driven by Dennis Taylor, Hippie Wild Child Racing, Blue Line Racing, In Search of Speed, Clay Olson, Diecast Show Customs, Jenny Marr from France, and Northern Roads Racing, and Kirk Parker. Let's see who takes it. Can the Biohazard give him a good run? Oh yeah, Biohazard keeping right on up with him. 2084 to 91. Let's switch lanes. Biohazard giving that Nissan a run. Whoo, is that close or what? 2091 moves the Nissan on to the next round. Wow. Right, last race of round number 1 in lane number 1. Super Fast America. 1970 Plymouth Cuda driven by Extreme Diecast Racing. Taking on the 70 Chevelle plastic-based metal body driven by Keith Smith and Griffin Soul Diecast Motorsports. Wow. Whoo, 210. And I saw some garbage. Chevelle moving on. And here's how it's looking for round 2. Let's roll. All right, lane number 1 is the Chevy Nova taking on AMG. Hot Wheels versus Matchbox. Let's go. Good race. Ooh. 2084 to 13. We're going to roll them again. Oh, yeah. 84 to 07. Matchbox moving on. All right, staged and ready is 2 Hot Wheels setting up Hot Wheels versus Matchbox for the next round. We got the Solaire taking on the Zamac 2009 F-150. Good race. 2088 and an 05. We'll switch them. 2088. Look at that truck go. 85. Moving on to meet the Mercedes in the next round. All right, Hot Wheels versus Matchbox again. The Mach 1 taking on the F50 by Matchbox. Look at that Mustang blowing his doors off. Let's see if that Mustang can get faster. 2094 moves him to the next round. All right, it's that surprising Chevelle taking on the Nissan. Or is that a Datsun? I don't remember. Datsun taking it. 2086, wow. Datsun 280. Taking care of it, and the Chevelle is going home. What a classic matchup. Matchbox, Hot Wheels. Hot Wheels, Matchbox. Let's see who takes it. Semifinals time. All right, someone's going for 3rd place. Someone's going to the finals. Is it Hot Wheels? Is it Matchbox? Let's find out. Good race. 8.5 to 8.7. Let's switch lanes. Truck needs better than a 2085. Oh, 2083. I don't believe it. And the truck is going to beat out the AMG and go to the final race. Wow. Wow. Okay. Well, Datsun 280 taking on that Mustang. This should also be a good race. Oh, yeah. Matchbox, though, getting out on top. 2088 to 96. Let's switch lanes. 2088 is the time to beat if the Mustang wants to make it a Hot Wheel final. 8.7. But the 8.5 by the Datsun will get him into the final race. Wow. What a race. So it is indeed Hot Wheels versus Matchbox for 3rd so far, and Matchbox versus Hot Wheels for the final race. All right, Matchbox in lane 1, Hot Wheels in lane 2 for 3rd spot on the podium, at least for now. Wow, 2085. Took him out. Can a Mustang get a 2085? Get an 8.4, but that AMG gets an 8.3. And the Mustang just falling short. And here's the final. It is the Datsun taking on the F-150 Zamac. First one to win 3 is going to be your overall winner. And then we'll race number 3 against number 2 and see who's the true 2nd and 3rd place. Let's see it. Datsun F-150. The Datsun got him by 1. Let's switch lanes. Dotson by 1. F-150 falling a second race down by 1,000th. Can the F-150 make it to a race 4? Oh, he does by 10,000ths. Are you kidding me? Whoo, man, let's get him back to the top. Nissan up 2 races to 1. Can the F-150 force a race 5? He can! I don't believe it! 2083. Whoo, 10,000ths. All right, 2 races apiece. Next one to win is going to be your overall winner. What a crazy race. We haven't had one of these in a while. Let's see it. Oh, I don't believe it. The F-150 is your overall winner. Can you even believe it? And the race everybody thought was going to be the final, including me. Let's see who's second and who's third. AMG by 10,000ths. AMG up by 10,000ths. And the AMG will take second place. So the underdog winning this race, your overall winner, the 50th anniversary 2009 Ford F-150, driven by DXP Diecast Racing, Cowboy Diecast Racing, Aramis Rodriguez, and Dad's Race Team of Elevation Diecast Racing. Coming in the number 2 spot is the Mercedes AMG SEC 500, driven by NZ Racing, Cut Rocker Diecast, Chase Family Racing, Scale Racing Channel, Redline Salvage Inc., and Numbskull Racing. Over to placeholder number 3, driven by Dennis Taylor, Hippie Wild Child Racing, Blue Line Racing, In Search of Speed, Clay Olson, Diecast Show Customs, Jenny Marr from France, Northern Roads Racing, and Kirk Parker. And a very good race by this Mustang for being a modern casting. Been waiting to open this one for a while, and he does have a little bit of speed. He might get into the ranks. We'll see. But man, you know what time it is. F-150 in the 41 to 50 weight class. How fitting. The number 1 in that is a Matchbox Daytona. Let's see if the F-150 Hot Wheels can take him off the throne. Hot Wheels getting another win. Oh, and the Daytona just too much for him. Would have to beat a 7.5 and a greater than 8,000 speed, and I don't see that happening. Daytona securely in his number 1 spot. Let's see if he can take out number 8 Johnny Benson. Whoo, he cannot. 284. Wow, he came close though. Johnny Benson though holding on to that number 8 spot. Let's see if he can take out Mark Martin. Real close, but not really. Truck needs an 81. Will not do it. Let's roll him up against the Nightmare F-150. 1,000th. This would be for spot number 14 in the ranking. And he will get it done. Wow, let's see if he can get up to 13. Currently held by the number 13 or the number 21 Thunderbird Stalker. Stalker putting him away. Truck needs a 77 and a greater than 8,000 speed, or the Stalker is the stopper. And the Stalker will move and keep his spot number 13. So tonight's overall winner, the F-150 Zamac Edition, landing number 14 in the 41 to 50 weight class. All right, we will see how these guys do in Monday's edition of the Lunchtime Laps. I'm pretty sure they'll make it into their rankings. We'll work them up again and see if we can get them to go a little faster. But what a great race. Matchbox versus Hot Wheels 9. Hot Wheels emerging victorious. Can you even believe it? So from all of us over here at Elevation Diecast Racing, Hot Wheels versus Matchbox 9, if it isn't fast, at least it'll look good on the shelf. See ya.